this unboxing is from Astra House, and it's a really beautiful book package. It came sealed with this sticker with a review by The Conscious Kid. Beautiful and powerful and moving, a must read. And then it is this surprise package. So the first thing I can find is this like little pot. Loujain Dreams of Sunflowers, a story inspired by Loujain, I don't know how to say that, Alhathloul, and it's a kit to grow sunflowers. Then you got all this packing stuff with yellow, evocative of sunflowers. And then at the bottom is this package wrapped in twine. Oh, let me see if I can get it open. Oh, the book. This is by MineEdition. And starts with this letter. And this was in time for Women's History Month and International Women's Day. It's a girl power book about justice and fairness, and unequal treatment. Okay, it was on sale starting March 1st. Perfect for fans of She Persisted and Malala's Magic Pencil. So it's a courageous girl pursues her dream of learning to fly, in the story inspired by the heroic Nobel Peace Prize nominee who fought for the women's right to drive in Saudi Arabia, Loujain Alhathloul. Yeah, you know, I was reading about the women who just want to be able to drive a car, and I know that many of them were jailed. So I hopefully she is not jailed or out of jail. And so the story is by Lina, Alhathloul, and Mishra-Newbery, illustrated by Rebecca Green. So the story is inspired by Loujain and then written by someone who is related to her. I don't know if that is a sister or a daughter. Oh, she's the youngest sister, who was imprisoned by the Saudi government, yes, for her advocacy of Saudi women's rights. Yeah, that is, you know, it's easy to take certain rights for granted, like, you know, women's rights. We always think of them as like the right to vote or to own property. But something as simple as driving, we don't always think about. And it's interesting too, because if you live in an area that doesn't have public transportation, not being able to drive can be very limiting, you know. Okay, so every morning, Loujain remembers her dream of flying to the carpet of 1,000,000 sunflowers, but she lives in a place where girls aren't allowed to fly. Yeah. Of course, still in the United States, you know, we are still fighting for women's rights in terms of equal pay, because we have not bridged that gap. And it's particularly egregious for women of color. So anyway, here is this really like distinct illustrations. I feel like it's really captures, and I like how they use different like sizes for the illustration. There's a spread. It's really really about her fight as told through the eyes of a young girl about wanting to fly versus driving, and how she wants to reach this certain place, this field of sunflowers. And it looks like one day they do. I don't don't know if women can drive in Saudi Arabia. I thought they finally got some rights towards that, but I'm not sure. And in the back, which is really great, the last page, you see a picture of the real Loujain. Inspirational. And the note from the authors, and then about the real person. And yeah, it says she lives in Riyadh, still constrained under the terms of her sentence, still fighting, you know? So she was released from jail, but, you know, there's limitations to what she can do. It doesn't seem like it's house arrest. She just can't leave Saudi Arabia for 5 years, so she can't leave until 2026. She can't be an activist for 3 years, and she cannot speak publicly about her imprisonment or her release, maybe until she's out of the country. Well, thank you so much to Astra House for this book. I will definitely add it to my women's rights book list.